I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this year's Nebraska team.
Yeah.
A lot of high hopes, I think, including myself included. It's funny because I really don't consider myself like a media member, especially because I don't like cover a beat, you know? Like I'm not a beat writer. Like I root for Nebraska the same way I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously grew up here and had a lot of those experiences.
Not watching the game necessarily like for a story.
Yeah, like especially the first time. I'll watch a game a couple times to make sure I don't miss anything because, you know, DB's not going to, right? Like that dude's retention is stupid.
Yeah.
And so I'll watch it a couple of times to make sure I don't miss anything. But the first watch, like I'm just watching like a fan, right? And I'm not looking for a take or analysis. I'm just like,
what defense are they in? What are they
I'm just like, dear God, get the first down.
Score.
I really hope we get the punt off. Right?
I hope we get the punt off.
Too soon? Is it too soon to make that joke?
Not for me. I like
Mike Eckler, we're gonna fix it, right?
Coach Eck, yeah.
He was there when you were there, right?
Heck yeah, Coach Eckler's the man. So they will turn that thing around. Like, make no mistake, Coach Eckler is a Bo Pelini guy.
Yeah,
like that's the
you can tell with the energy. Yeah,
man. He coached linebackers when I was there. He obviously coached Levante David. He coached Will Compton.
Yeah,
he coached Fish. I mean, he coached phenomenal guys. He go on YouTube and search Mike Eckler sideline throw. You will see one of the funniest videos. They're playing. I can't remember who we're playing. I think we were playing like Kansas or K-State. And there's an incomplete pass thrown in the sideline, and Mike not paying attention, and it one hops and just smokes him.
right in the goods.
Yeah, in the goods. Like, oh my God! Like, could not have caught him cleaner. Yeah, poor guy. I know he still feels that one.
And he's he's a little bit of a strange duck.
Oh, yeah, but in the best of ways.
Yeah,
but he's one of he coaches linebackers, man. He's one of those like fired up, always screaming,
like headbutting people with helmets on.
Like that dude. Great to see him. I love Coach Eck, but yeah, I think that might be our most improved area on the team this year.
Yeah.
I like to see the O-line really improve. That was who I was watching during the spring. Obviously, it's spring ball, so you don't get the best looks at them. But I think those two areas, if we can improve on that, we're going to be night and day better. I don't know anything about the wideouts that just transferred.
Sure, like Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter. I'm not from Cal.
I need to do way more research on those young men. I'm really excited about. I don't want to say the changes we made at wide receivers. That's not true. I liked Coach
McGuire.
Coach McGuire. I thought he was a good coach. I thought he. Where did he go? He's got a good.
He's down in Texas Tech. With his dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Lubbock. So I will wish to him the best. But I think we got a great wide receivers coach. He played with Brandon Riley.
Oh, did he?
At the Bills, yeah.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
So I'm excited to see what that room has to offer because man, we've got a special one under center. We really do. So to see how he's going to progress over this next year and to see him with some significant talent around him, I think we could make some noise.
I mean, even some guys that were in the room last year for wide receivers, like I feel like we kind of forget how good Ja'Cory Barney was last year.
Some people forget.
Not you.
I don't forget the White House.
That's a dude where I said this multiple times last year. I'm a huge Ja'Cory Barney fan.
Yeah.
That dude at whatever he weighs, I don't think it's what he's listed at, but whatever he weighs, he's not a big guy, but that might be the toughest dude on the team. Like he got laid out
multiple times,
all the time, at least once a game, and pops right back up.
You know what I love about it's one thing to pop back up, but it's when a wideout is going up for a rock, you can tell if they know they're going to get hit, if they're looking, or if they're focused on the catch. And that young man focused on the rock. He's gonna catch it. He might get his head taken off, but he'll pop right back up.
Yeah, and I think the most he'll be in the next play too.
Yeah,
right. Like he's not like I'll pop back up and I'm running off to the sideline. It's like I can fake it for 10 seconds to get to the sideline.
I've done that.
I think
pop up and just. Can't feel the right side of your body.
You're like, I'm cool. I'm cool.
All right. I'm just gonna go get some water.
Just need a quick breather. I'm fine.
I'm good. Just need some water.
We didn't see Kenny for another corner.
Can of corn. I'll be right back.
But no, I think Ja'Cory Barney's a guy that I look at and I go, man, that dude had a great true freshman season under some circumstances that were not I think they didn't always have a great plan necessarily to get him the ball in advantageous spots.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things where, we focus on Mike Eckler and special teams as well we should, right? If we can even get to even in special teams, that's at least 2 wins last year.
Oh, it's
minimum.
It's 2 wins.
Right? For sure.
I would say it's 2 wins. Yeah.
And then, okay, so we focus on that, and rightfully so. You also have one of the greatest offensive minds of the generation now as your full-time offensive coordinator. That's crazy, especially with Dylan under center.
Yeah, I'm really excited about our offensive coordinator situation. I like Sat.
Me too.
Like I think he's a good man. So I'm not here to.
And I think he had some good offensive concepts too. But even if you're like, hey, this is a pretty good B+ offensive coordinator, like Dana Holgorsen's an A+.
Yeah, Dana's. I'm really excited, and just like the energy that Dana brings to a football field. I don't know. He just has that like Coach Holgorsen has that like that swag.
He's got swag. It's a swagger.
Like,
he's got a little swagger to him.
He's got that aura to him a little bit, like that OC aura.
Yeah.
That like the coordinators usually like. I feel like coordinators are a lot like quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like you either get like super type A or super type B personalities.
Yeah.
Like you get like a Joe Flacco or like a Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Like just like polar opposites, and there's no real like gray area between them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, I'm really excited to see what the offense has to offer this year. But I really think like if you want to win Big Ten football, you got to play great defense.
Yeah, and I'm higher on the defense than a lot of people are because I love the bodies in the defensive line group.
Yeah.
Like I think those guys. I know they're not proven. I know Ty Robinson was great. This is not
Ty was really good.
Like monster. We saw what he measured out at in the combine. We saw
he's going to be great for Philly.
That
dude's going to be a monster for Philly.
And they make great defensive picks, especially like him getting drafted by Philly. I feel like was validation of what we thought Ty Robinson was.
I agree. Him going to Philly is, and the way that they're going to develop him out there.
Yeah.
They've got such a great culture of D-line.
Yep.
Like that dude's going to be a monster. And him and Cam Jergy are going to.
Oh yeah.
They're going to have some fun.
Bring a little Nebraska flavor to Philly.
Good for them. That's awesome. Two Nebraska country boys out there in the city of brotherly love. That's awesome.
But I do think I look like at a Riley Van Poppel, and I look at an Elijah Judy who was good last year. I look at I'm obsessed with Keona Davis. Like I think that dude's a monster.
He certainly passes the eye test.
So last year they did in August they did the open practice that fans could come to and stuff, and so I went down there. And I'm just end up watching the defensive and offensive line groups down in one of the end zones for a lot of the time. And
nothing like a good old grizzly bear fight.
Oh yeah. Oh. And I'm just they were doing some contact and stuff. So I was like, okay, I felt like I was actually learning some things. And I'm like, who is 97?
Yeah.
Because he was killing people.
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
I was like, what is happening there? And he was fast and he was getting around people and he was like overpowering dudes. And I was like, I like that guy a lot. So I'm kind of I'm big on the Keona Davis train. Obviously you got like Cam Lenhart, who's been there a couple years now. Like
I honestly
people kind of forget about Cam Lenhart.
I did.
Like that's a good dude.
That's a good dude.
And he's mature now.
Been in the program.
Yeah, he's been in the program for a few years. And so I look at all these guys and I just go, okay, this is a room where I get you've got less than you did last year, right? You don't have a Nash, you don't have a Ty, you don't have a Jamar, you don't have an MJ Sherman, right?
Right.
But if I look at the individuals, I go, man, like just talent wise, I'll take my chances with this group.
Yeah.
And
I mean, because obviously Polar Bear and Ty are going to be tough to.
But Nash was hurt most of last year. Like he was banged up and wasn't himself.
Yeah, you're right. Nash
for most of that year. So Elijah played a lot of those snaps. Judy did.
I forgot that Nash was banged up.
And so you sit there and you go, okay, I've got Judy who's already played this role a lot.
Yeah, he's familiar with it.
They think the world of Riley Van Poppel. Like if you look at Ty Robinson 2 years ago and Riley Van Poppel today, like you're not going to tell a huge difference.
I agree with that. That's a decent analogy. I think the progression is going to be everything, right?
For sure.
Because the coaching is different in there now, too.
Yeah, so. You got Coach Bradden in there, Coach Braden in there instead of T. Knighton, who I loved. I love T. Knighton.
Yeah, I thought Coach Knighton was the man.
But like
one of my favorite gifts is when we turned Colorado over
and he's doing the mashed potatoes.
He the mashed potatoes down. I was like,
that's and then
fantastic.
After the Colorado game and he does the Shador watch deal, like I was like, man, T. Knight's a dog. I love that dude.
Coach Knighton.
But you look at it and you go, okay, it's not like Terry Bradden was coaching a bad D-line in Kansas City.
No.
Like, that was a good group between Karlaftis and Christian Jones and some of those dudes.
A great group.
Really good group.
One of the most dominant in the NFL outside of, honestly, Philly.
Yeah, really. And so
when you're talking D-lines, like
that's a great group.
So Chris Jones anchors your D-line.
You're in good shape.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I like my chances.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And so I look at the defense and I go, okay, I know there's changes, right? You got defensive coordinator change. You got defensive line change. You got new guys in different spots. But if that D-line can turn into like what I think they can, I think that unlocks the whole thing.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I think the most important thing with our D-line is going to be like, can we stop the run?
Yeah.
Because we play Big Ten football, so pressuring the quarterback isn't like, I think you can get after the quarterback in unique ways, right?
You can manufacture some things.
Right, with different play calls, with different looks, different blitzes. Stopping the run is you need a stout front seven.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's period.
Yeah.
So you need a stout, disciplined front seven.
Yeah.
And when you face that, as an offense, it is miserable.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I played against Wisconsin for 4 years. They had this dude named Chris Borland, and it felt like he was everywhere.
Monster.
Unbelievably good. And they were tough, they were disciplined, and they just played hats to the ball. And that's what I'd like to see out of our defense. There's nothing more discouraging than when you're playing offense than when you get tackled and then on the film, you turn on the film and just 10 hats get off. Like just 10 opposing helmets just jump
You're like,
off
oh,
of you.
that's everybody.
You're like, oh, that's why I feel this way today.
So I feel like I got hit by a car.
Yeah, defense that can, the first two guys stand them up and then the rest just
rally.
finish.
Yeah.
Oof. Michigan played that way. Wisconsin played that way from 2010 to 2015. You know, they rallied to the ball, and I mean, I'm not kidding. They make you feel it.
Yeah.
People don't realize you hit the third quarter and you're just like, oh, ow.
There is something to I think people kind of overlook. Like, there are certain football teams where you get to second half, third quarter, fourth quarter, and you just don't want to play against them anymore.
Yeah.
You're just like, I would be cool if we were done here.
We were, honestly, I think
you were one of those.
We were the team.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you look at the 2012 season, we lost to Ohio State. We got boat raced, and then Bo said that we were going to win every single game out. And we came back, and I think our last 7 games, I think 6 of the 7 were fourth quarter, like second half comebacks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, we were that team. We knew it. Like, if we could weather the storm of us making a mistake on offense, doing something stupid, and then we could go beat you up for 2.5, 3 quarters. And come the fourth quarter, we were very confident that we were feeling much better.
You'll like your chances if you get them into deep water. Yeah. No, that's I think that's the kind of team. And honestly, I think that's part of the reason, so many people resonated with those Bo teams is because it was a characteristic that people appreciated about Nebraska. And, like, there's certain teams, I don't know if you got this from obviously being from Colorado, but, like, having been here for your college career and then having lived back here for another few years since then, like, there's certain things that Nebraskans want out of their football team.
Absolutely.
And not just wins and losses, right? Like, characteristics.
Yeah, not just their team, their players, their coaching staff, like the messaging behind it. Yes, absolutely.
And, like, the way they play, I do feel like Nebraskans want kind of a physically punishing football team.
Absolutely. But they want a physically punishing team, but they don't want a team that does.
They don't want Iowa.
And then that, like, shakes their head in your face too.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't want a cocky team.
They don't want a cocky team. Like, that you couldn't be like the '88 Miami. You know what I mean? Where, like, you're beating the heck out of everybody and you're just, like, dancing. Like, that would not fly here. So, like, there's just such a happy medium to what fan expectations is good football, which is, like, I love the fans. I love Husker Nation. I'll never complain about it, but it's just unrealistic, right?
Sure.
Like I don't care how you win if you win.
I promise if Nebraska starts winning, all the rest of it we'll deal with.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you're not wrong there.
We'll deal with, because I think that's one thing that, like, if you go back, and I'm just enough older than you that, like, I just remember the 90s teams, like, living through it in real time. Like, those teams were pretty swaggy. There was some, like, they would let you know about it.
You seen those guys?
Like, you see them today still.
Yeah, you see those guys?
You see them to this day. And so I do think there's, like, hey, if you get to a certain level of winning, Nebraskans will kind of let you do whatever.
Yeah, you
like,
just got to win.
You could talk about it, but, like, you better go get those W's. But if you're going to win, I think that was the big thing with some of the bow teams, right? If you're going to win 9 games a year, they better like all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they better like all the other stuff.
You better not be caught on a hot mic saying this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand that.
You better all the other stuff if you're going to stick around 9 wins, right? Yeah. And I just hope, because, we talked about kind of dealing with this place as a job, right? I love Coach Rhule. I think that's a dude that's uniquely suited for this place. And I do just hope more than anything that the wins start to come enough that he gets a chance to be here long term.
I agree. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Because I think he's a great fit for us. He gets it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a competitive dude.
It seems like he actually likes it here.
He actually likes it here. It seems,
which is rarer than you think.
Which is rarer than you think. It's just rarer than you think.
It is.
It's not for everyone, especially when you got coaches that move around a ton. They're from different areas. And then
he's not from here. He's from New York.
And then you feel jaded because you won 9 games and got fired over it.
Yeah.
A lot of mixed emotions for
sure.
So I think he gets it. I think he's a great coach. But yeah, it doesn't matter, because if he wins 5 games this year, people are gonna lose their mind.
Doesn't matter how good of a guy you are. Mike Riley found that out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how good of a dude you are.
Which, wow, I love Mike Riley, but what a lottery ticket he hit. That's one of the greatest stories in all of coaching history. His phone rang, and he for sure thought it was the president of Oregon State to fire him. And he walked in his office with his buddies and were like, guys, I got some good news and I've got some bad news.
More like, I got some good news and I got some great news.
Yeah, honestly, I got some good news and I've got some better news. My goodness. The good news is we're leaving Corvallis. The better news is that Nebraska is hiring us.
And we're all getting paid.
Yeah. My God. They must have done a party.
I think nobody was more shocked than probably him. He's like, Lincoln, Nebraska, spam.
He's like 402. That's weird.
I don't know anybody in Nebraska. He's lucky that he was. That is, that was a lotto ticket's the right way to put it.
Yeah, that was a complete
overreaction to the personality of Bo.
We are changing everything that just went on here.
It's like
I get, but at the same time, it's like, well, we could hire a winning coach.
That's like, could we hire a guy that's nice,
not career 500?
Can we hire
disrespect? Yeah, we're talking about the University of Nebraska.
Yeah, can we hire a guy that's nice and good at the job?
Yeah, and has wins. He's a winner.
Hey, but he coached the Chargers that one time.
That was that was brutal.
No offense to Mike Riley. He's a terrific guy,
man.
but
like him a lot. But
weird move.
That makes
weird move.
Come on.